So just to be clear, no one's willing to answer the question specifically.
Welcome to Serve News. Trudeau is getting absolutely pummeled, even by his own media. Watch as CTV hammers him with this question. We all want to know it. Just watch how Justin Trudeau and Doug Ford act.
Adrian Gobriel with CTV National News. My question's for anyone who can answer it clearly. When we're looking at the Honda EV battery plant, how many jobs directly in the plant will be created? And how much is the government paying for each of those jobs through the tax credits and the deal that is on the table?
Why is nobody at the microphone?
There is a debate ongoing in politics right now, and the Conservative Party of Canada would have us not make this investment today. They stood against our Volkswagen investment in St. Thomas, Ontario. They decried the investment that we made with Stellantis in Windsor, and they continue to be against government stepping up to invest in good jobs of the future. It's a legitimate debate, but I think they're wrong.
No one actually cares what you think at this point, Trudeau. We just want someone else to do what you're supposed to be doing, because you're not doing it properly.
As the world is turning towards new ways of manufacturing cleaner products, cleaner vehicles, changing the way we build things, changing what we build.
Changing what we build? What do you mean by that?
Countries around the world are competing for investments. And we know that an investment today in Honda, as they build new facilities, new plants that are going to employ 1,000 new workers, that's not just creating jobs, great jobs for 1,000 new people around here. That's contributing to an ecosystem that'll involve parts suppliers. It'll involve communities with vibrant art scenes and strong main streets. It'll involve future generations of Canada building the kinds of solutions the world needs. Yes, there are politicians who sit back and say, no. We've got to balance the budget at all costs, even if it means not investing in Canadian workers and investing in the future. Well, I think they're wrong. And that's part of the choice Canadians get to make over the coming year and a half when we get to a federal election. Are we a confident country that invests in ourselves, in our workers, in our future? Or do we sit back and say, okay, we'll let Canadians sort themselves out?
Actually, can you please do that? Just sit yourself out and let Canadians sort it out?
I know people here in Alliston, but indeed people right across the country are incredibly proud of Canada being a world leader in battery manufacturing supply chain. We beat out China for the first time anyone's ever passed in front of that, because Canada is making deliberate investments in the future. So I'm incredibly pleased to be able to be here with a progressive Conservative like Doug Ford, who understands that investing in workers, investing in manufacturing, investing in the future of Ontario is how you build a strong economy.
Doug Ford, you are shameless for this.
For today and for the coming decades.
Walk of shame.
Well, I guess you have two choices. You don't invest, or you have confidence in the people of Ontario and companies like Honda to create jobs. If you're asking me a number, what do you put a price on 28,000 people being employed? Because if you round it off, 4,000, 4,200, 5,000 jobs times 7, there's 28,000 other people that are going to have spin-off jobs, opportunities to grow.
Whoa, that number inflated quickly. It went from 1,000 in Justin Trudeau's mouth to 5,000 and also 28,000 in so far. Wow.
Our great STEM graduates, the future of this province, are going to be able to come here, or the other auto investments around the province. Let me tell you something. In the last 5.5 years, we went from the previous government, previous government, chasing jobs out of this province to a tune of 300,000 to over 700,000 people, bringing home better and bigger paychecks because of the policies, because of the partnerships that we've had at all three levels of government, municipal, provincial, and federal partners, investing in the future. This is generational. This is decades and decades down the road. What price do you put on that? There is no price you can put on that because we're investing into the people. The money is staying here in Ontario. It's not going overseas. It's not going down to the U.S. It's staying right here in Ontario for decades and generations to come.
You sell out.
So just to be clear, no one's willing to answer the question specifically. How many jobs are being created? And what is the cost for the government deal?
If you're not going to listen to the answer of it saying 1,000 jobs created, then there's nothing we can do for you.
I just said the spin-off jobs, they said 4,200. I'm sure it's going to even get up probably to 5,000. Multiply that by 7. There's your answer. 28 to 35,000 jobs. Not today, not for tomorrow, but for decades to come.
Next question.
One quick
Whoa, a lot of bullshit coming out of those two people's mouths.
follow-up so we can get to my colleagues behind me. There are auto industry members in the room today who say that the government has told Toyota previously that there is no more money on the table for deals. Now that we're standing here today with Honda, is the government willing to go back and sit with Toyota and make a new deal?
Ouch.
Well, thank you for this question. As you've heard, we've been talking to about all the auto manufacturers in the world. I think the Premier was saying we're one of the few jurisdictions which has all the manufacturers from American, European, and Japanese. As you would expect, we're talking to everyone. With the framework we have put now with the investments, tax credits, and others, we're going to keep engaging. But I just want to come back to what the Premier was saying. When you're looking at the ecosystem, you have to look that Canada soon will be one of the first countries, if not the only one, which would have a complete value chain when it's come to the battery ecosystem and the EV vehicle. I would say to you, sir, we're building not only for this generation, but for future generation. We're going to keep engaging with all the parts suppliers, all the ones who want to contribute, because they understand that Canada is the place now. If you want to build an electric vehicle, if you want to be part of the green manufacturing hub of the world, this is the place to be.
All that smoke. Damn. How can they even breathe in that room? What a press conference that was. How many fat cats and liars can you fit in one room? They start fighting over the microphone, yelling at their own reporters. That is Canada today, under Trudeau. He's the worst, even to his own people. Why should he be allowed to stay in power for another year and a half? You've been served. Comment, like, and subscribe. Join if you can.